So what we'll do is I'll just finish up with this presentation. It's a very small presentation. It will take hardly 15-20 minutes, and then we can go on for the Q&A. If anybody has any doubts, then we can just clear it out here, right? I'm audible, right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So today the session is about RSI divergence, and like divergence, it's a very simple topic, not very complicated and all. So divergence occurs when price moves in opposite direction to the oscillator. In our case, the oscillator is RSI. We can track divergence in stochastic, MACD, but here we are using RSI. So divergence warns that the current price trend may be weakening, and in some cases may lead to the price changing direction. Divergence occurs like when price makes a higher high, here we can see, and indicator makes a lower low, a higher low. Same way, in some cases, the price will be making lower lows and indicator will be making higher lows. But this divergence, this sense of divergence, it indicates exhaustion of trend. It may be retracement, it may be a reversal, but what it indicates is we are losing momentum in the direction of the trend, and there are likely high chances probability that the prices may retrace a little from there. We cannot trade alone on divergence. It needs to be combined with trend reversal signals like trend lines or moving averages. It has to be confirmed by price, and price has to be confirmed by either a break of trend line or a moving average or a support or resistance. So here it is. In general, like we have two types of divergence. One is a positive divergence, other is a negative divergence. Again, positive divergence can be subdivided into two categories. One is a regular divergence, a regular positive divergence. We can term it also as a classic positive divergence, bullish divergence. Same way, negative divergence can be classified into two broad categories. One is a classic negative divergence, other is a hidden negative divergence. So today we will discuss only the classic or the regular divergence patterns. Next week probably we can cover the hidden divergence part. So we start with bearish divergence first, because on price it will be easy. So bearish divergence occurs when price is making a higher high. Here you can see this is the price movement. It is making a higher high. An indicator RSI is making a lower high. So this indicates negative divergence. And the most important point to trade divergence is the trend. Negative divergence occurs only in a uptrend when price is making a higher high and RSI is making a lower high. So in an uptrend we will get a negative divergence, and we are supposed to go short here, or at least we should not try to go long positions when a bearish divergence occurs. Same way, in a bullish divergence occurs in a downtrend. So when price is making a lower low and indicator RSI is making a higher low, it is called a bullish divergence, and we are supposed to go long here, or we don't try to go short from here, because the trend is signaling an exhaustion, and prices may retrace or like reverse from here. Okay, so the most important broader means how divergence works is, uh, let me share. You can say this, the TradingView chart. No? the most important part of divergence is there should be a minimum number of bars, like 3 bar, 5 bar, 7 bar divergence. Although a longer period of bars like 15, 20, 30 on charts, we can see it working, but in real time, there is a high probability that the divergence will be fail, or the probability of like a larger reward will not be there. And as the number of bar increases, the probability of success along with the profitability diminishes. So now we can see some examples. I've prepared the PowerPoint presentation. I'll be sharing it with you. So this is a Yes Bank. This is the Reliance monthly chart. So here we can see the price is making a higher high. This is on a monthly chart, right? And RSI is making a lower high. And the trend is up, and RSI is almost in the higher 80s. So from here we can see this is the first example from this point to this point. This is one divergence. And immediately after the divergence, we can see a fall in prices from 1400 to approx it is like 1150 something. This was one divergence. So in this case, the trend did not reverse, but the prices retraced immediately. Again, it tried to go up. And again, we can say this is second divergence forming here. And price is making a lower high, higher high, and RSI is making a lower high. And again, we can see how the Reliance on the monthly chart is coming down again. So this was the first case. Now we can see one more. Yes Bank. Yes Bank was showing multiple divergences starting 2000, mid 2017, 2016, I guess. Yes. So what happens is when we are getting multiple divergences, like we cannot ignore it. It is showing that something is wrong in the whole momentum part, and sooner than later it will collapse. It will reverse. It is a sign of reversal. So here we can see the price is making a higher high. Once this was the first case, and RSI was making a lower high. Again, price retraced a bit. Again, it climbed up, but again it could not catch up. Same. Again, it retraced, but this time it was a very small, like 20, 30 points something. Again, it occurred. Again, prices came down. Again, it tried to go up, and we can see multiple divergences. And we can see at the end of June 2018, it started, and from there, it has always been in the bearish zone. Same Nifty. This is a monthly chart of 2018-19. Yes. So from long back, suppose 2018, it was signifying that some reversal is about to come. So every time there was a divergence forming, the prices were coming down. On the first case, like prices made a higher high, RSI made it was in an uptrend from the beginning of 2016, like. And again it formed a divergence, price retraced a bit, again it fell. So there were multiple divergence seen from 2018, and in 2020 we can see what happened. Same way Bank Nifty. Here also Bank Nifty was showing one night. I haven't marked, I guess. Yes. Minimal divergence. Same period 2018, Bank Nifty was also showing negative divergence. And a series of divergences occurred in 2020. Finally, it collapsed. So we can see some examples of this positive or bullish divergence. This is a Bharti Airtel weekly chart. And we can see the prices are making a lower low, and RSI is making a higher low. But we can see this is a downtrend, clear signal. Always bullish divergence we will be getting in a downtrend. And from there we can see this time it acted as a reversal, and from 270 to 70 levels it went on to touch 340. Same way, one more example of Cipla. It's a weekly chart, and we can see Cipla was coming down from higher levels, and it created divergence. Price made a lower low and RSI made a higher low, and this again happened in a downtrend, and RSI was like below 40 at that point of time. And again we can see from March, within 1 month, what has happened. Same we can see ICICI Bank example. Same way, it was an uptrend, it started coming down. We can say it was a downtrend or a bearish trend, and here RSI made a lower higher low and price made a lower low, and from that again this whole trend changed. Same way Sun Pharma, all the pharma sector stocks were showing divergence and everything worked. It's a weekly chart of 2019. It started some divergence, and again we can see price making a lower low and RSI making a higher high, higher low. And we can see this is Hero MotoCorp. So we can see the minimum bar of divergence, like it's a minimum number of bars, 3 to 4 bars, and it acts as a major like movement. We can catch major price movements, and we can go back up like this way. And when the number of bars are higher, it would be like 7 to 8 bars. So the price retracement would be minimal. Here also, it's 7 to 8 bars divergence. But in bottom examples, we can see these are all 3 bar, 5 bar divergence, and it gives me maximum profit. Like we can catch most of the price movement. Same here with Hero MotoCorp. Same, this is a daily. There's a multiple divergence in a single chart, like Hero MotoCorp daily chart. Here we can see a negative divergence. Small, it's a 5 6 bar divergence. And again, the price making a higher high and RSI making a lower high. And again, it gave good movement. In this case, the divergence didn't work. It was a retracement. In the first case, we can see divergence worked as a reversal. Like from 2000 high 800, it came to 2300 something slowly. In this case, we can see it didn't work as a reversal. There was a positive divergence. Price was making a lower low. RSI was making a lower high, higher low. And again, we can see we got this part of 50-70 points retracement. So divergence worked, but as the trend was very strong on the downside, again it continued falling from there. So this is about divergence, and a few fine points to remember about divergence is divergence should always be compared using the closing price. So for that we can use a line chart. It shows on candlesticks chart, it is very hard to track divergence. We can see this, my trading view site, right? Yeah, so this is it. So we can see like on real time also I marked. These are all divergence. I can convert it into a line chart. Yeah, and we can see. So this is price is making a higher high and RSI is making a lower high, and every time the divergence is working. This was the first part. So this is it. So now we can discuss. I can unmute everybody, right? Anybody has to ask any questions now, we can ask. Yes. So this is about divergence. Now we are up for like Q&A. Any questions?
Kamalji, Zubair here.
Yes. Yes, Zubair bhai.
Is it possible to find an entry point or where it's going to be turning? Is it possible from this?
It is not possible. Like how we trade divergences, like we have to wait for a signal. Like we got a divergence on weekly chart here, right? We can say the old example. So I'll remove this also. So here, unless this swing is formed, we don't know it is a divergence or not. The RSI can move up when price is moving up. RSI can come down and again it can cover the distance within that 1 week. So some part we will miss. So here, like we can see, we can mark one horizontal line here. This was the high. So after we know only on the next candle is forming, we know that this is a divergence here. So what we can do is we can mark the high of the candle. Like we can again convert into a line chart, candlestick chart. What we can do is we can mark the high here and we have to take entry on the close of this candle. Even the close, like most of the times the divergence will work. The high will not be crossed. So we only take entry when this closing is broken, not before that. So
Okay.
what happens is, like this is a red candle, but suppose what if we're a green candle, right? Next day or next week. So we don't enter it that. We always wait for it to come down at below its closing price. And we can take an entry here and high of this candle of the last divergence part, we can take it as a stop loss. And then
Okay.
we can trail it.
Okay.
Immediately the divergence may not work. So we have to wait for it to work. Like one or two candles, one candle can go above this also. So we cannot take an entry right at same time. After it shows sign that divergence is working and the price may fall or retrace or pull back, then on the closing of this last divergence candle, closing price, we can put our order and high of this would be the stop loss. Same I can show for Sun Pharma. Here. In most of the cases, I have marked like the divergence have worked actually. So, but it may fail also. So we have to wait for the entry. The high of this will be our stop loss and the closing of this will be our entry. Yes. Like any questions for this?
Sir, RSI, what time period are we using? RSI, what is the time period we are using? Sir?
Time period divergence, there's too much of noise, I guess.
Bottom you have added RSI.
Yes, tell me.
RSI bottom we have added the indicator, that is RSI 14, or what is the look back period I wanted?
It is standard setting 14, RSI 14 period.
Okay. Okay. Only the horizontal lines you have customized for your.
Yeah, the horizontal lines on every level. I use it this way, so I have customized it.
Got it.
And divergence will work on all the time frames like monthly, daily, weekly, hourly. But the larger the time frame period, like the larger is the time frame, the higher is the chances of divergence working actually. And the risk to reward will be higher in this case. Okay, any questions?
Kamalji, can you just give the overview of RSI 40 and 70 entry and exit? Your previous seminar, the webinar.
Okay, I'll cover this.
Just a overview. Yeah.
Okay. RSI 4060, we were discussing about the daily intraday, right?
Ready? Yes.
Okay. This is the 15 minutes time frame. So I'll remove all lines. And I'll add this. Simple moving average. Yeah. So this is the daily intraday setup, my 15 minutes setup. I'll convert it to candlesticks. Yeah. So price above, we take entry on intraday like price above 20 SMA and RSI must close above 60. So this is a long trade. We can buy here, calls or anything. And we look at like how every 10 points in RSI, we trail like here 60 we are taking entry, it must be 62, 63. So it goes about 70, we try to trail again, it goes up to 80. These are all psychological levels, high chances of price reversing from this. So we can see RSI exactly it does 80 and prices again retraced. So again it came back. So again here one entry we can take. Here also price below 20 SMA, RSI is breaking 40 on the downside. So we can short from here or we can buy puts. In any case, even on a 1-day chart for positional also same, everything works same way. RSI crossing 60, price closing above 20 SMA and we can take it. So this is the 40, 60 and 20 SMA setup.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Okay, so this is about divergence. I'll share the PPT. It's a very simple one and everybody can like see and then we can post charts in the group and then again we can do a Q&A on this after testing. So any
Hello,
question? Yes,
Kamal bro, one doubt bro.
yes, please ask.
In the 60-40 setup, you just mentioned about 20 RSA, 20 moving average, bro.
Yes,
How
this is
about the stop loss?
stop loss is very subjective. Like previously on even on Bank Nifty, let me show you. Even on Bank Nifty 15 minutes, like I used to play with 5 rupees stop loss, but the accuracy was very less, 10%, 15%. Then I tested it, increased it to 10%, 10 rupees, again 20. Now I'm working with 25 points. So stop loss is very subjective. I'm not following any technical stop loss like high or low of the candle. Because whatever you do, I feel is one day that stop loss will be hit. So why to give more leverage? Like in a single stop loss, it will cover all your stop losses. Like So I try to trade with a minimum stop loss and more confirmation on the direction part. So I can take in re-entry like after 20 points of stop loss. If it gets hit again, it is going in my direction, I can re-enter again, but I won't give a 50 rupees stop loss in a single trade and lose 5k on a single trade. So that is how it is. Very subjective. Stop loss and exit is very subjective, differs from person to person, how much he wants to lose, what's his risk capacity. Exit also, how much he wants to make. I trail at 30-40 points. Every 30-40 points I'll keep on trailing. So most of the times on bank nifty, like call options from 50 it went to 80, I covered it, my stop loss got hit, and again it moved to 400. And many times my stop loss will get hit. Everybody is making like 200 4 500 points, and I am sitting with my stop loss got hit with smaller. So this is how. So stop loss is very subjective.
Bro, I am Uday. Most of the time, the market will wait for retailer to exit, right? Then it
Yes.
started run.
Yes, yes.
It will wait for our stop loss to hit. Then it shows that maybe 200, 500, everything will come on.
Yes, there is no perfect system. Like every time we will
Yeah,
catch all the
exactly.
points, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes we will lose as per our system. Sometimes we will gain. So depends. But everything, no, we have to follow just one system. Then only it will work. Any questions for this? Either on divergence or this intraday setup 20 SMA and RSI 4060.
Bro, for us short side, we
Yes.
can. Last time also I asked the same question that for short side we need to confirm with the RSI coming below 60, right?
Below 40.
Follow below 40. Okay,
Below
on
40.
higher time.
We will lose this moment, this
Yeah,
points.
that's what I. Yeah.
But last time we had discussed about the range shift, right?
Okay.
So if it is in a sideways range, and again it showed like, so we can trade on 60 also, like 60 it is taking resistance, but it is risky. Like after we work a lot of time, we understand instrument behavior, then we
Yeah,
can. But 40 is safe.
yeah. 40 is safe. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a double confirmation, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks. Bro, that even we can use the same thing for a option chart too, right?
Yes, on options chart. Earlier I used to like bank nifty 15 minutes time frame, options chart 5 minutes time frame.
Okay.
So same time we will get same signal on both the charts in 15 and 5 minutes.
Okay.
Breakout will happen almost at the same time most of the times.
Okay.
But we should not take trades when the price is far off from the moving average. If it is breaking, closing above the moving average,
Okay.
it should be very near to it. If it is covered so high,
Okay.
then it is a risk. Like we should avoid taking the trades. We should wait for the price
The
to
huge
come.
gap.
Yes, we should wait for the price to come back to this 20 moving average and
Okay.
wait for RSI confirmation on the psychological levels, either 60 or something. It can
Okay.
come and take support at 50 also. So again, we will wait for it to break 60
Okay.
and then we can take. In this case, here RSI broke 60, but the price was far off and
Yeah.
immediately it started falling. So we
Yes.
cannot take a long entry here. Here also, it
Mm,
broke.
Yeah. After testing below
Sir,
50
இந்த
and then it
RSI
is a
எப்படி சார்?
complete U-turn.
So, so
சார் ஒரு ஸ்மால் கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன். இந்த RSI எப்படி சார் மல்டிபிள் லைன்ஸ் எப்படி சார் பண்ணுவீங்க? 10, 20.
sir, actually, this is, I'll show you. This is the RSI standard. This
Yeah,
is the
right.
standard RSI. Like this is 70-20. We can change it to 60. This 60-40, and we can customize it as per. This is the standard RSI. And this is like I've asked somebody to prepare a script for me, and this is the RSI with multiple lines. I like it this way, like exact levels I can see. Here it is 60. It is taking support. I can see all the levels.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So
It will not available for all of us, right? It is only in your login it will be available. Right?
Now,
no,
if
I'll
Kamal
yes,
makes it public, we can subscribe it.
I'll share the script if, sir. Prabhu
No,
sir,
actually, you make the library as public so that people can subscribe.
all right, sir. I'll do that. So this
Can
is
look
for
very
the,
precisely. Thank you, sir.
yeah. So this is the intraday setup also. And now like we can discuss this one, what we were talking about for positional long trades. So for position long trades, like last time we discussed, like we take entries on the breakout of 60. We can remove this moving average also. And every time RSI breaks 60, we enter. And we keep on following until it, last time we discussed it breaks 60 and it comes down, we can take an exit, right? But here, show you. So entry should always be on break of monthly RSI 60. So that is the base. And exit, what we can do is, exit can be planned on weekly time frames. So whenever this RSI is breaking 60, then we can like, either we can take an exit, or based on this range shift theory, last time we had discussed, like we can again let the RSI to come to 40 levels and retrace back. And if it's break 60, again it will go higher, but it is taking resistance at 60, then this will be my exit. I can exit here whenever, or here when it is taking exit resistance below 60 anywhere, we can make an exit. We can even exit here, so on. So we'll catch better points everywhere. We can see we will lose less number of points as per this. If we enter on the monthly time frame and exit on the weekly time frame, so our losing points will be very minimized. So this was what I wanted to discuss. Yeah, for this positional also I wanted to discuss about the exit part. The on we can exit on weekly. All right, this is all it from my side. So anything we want to discuss, any charts right now, then we can discuss.
I think Gopalji wanted to see Bell.
Sir?
Yeah.
Gopalji
Sorry.
wanted to see Bell.
Yes, VHEL.
BEL, right?
No,
BHEL.
BHEL. Bharat Heavy
Bharat
Electronics.
Heavy. Yeah.
BHEL.
That is selling less than the Bell Puri cost.
Okay. This is a monthly chart.
Okay.
So here it is showing like it has been from 2016, 2014, 2010. From 2010, we can see it is in bearish range. It has never been able to cross 60 on monthly. And from there, we can see how it has come down. Every time it has retraced back to 60, but it could never cross. So this is the from here we can see.
So, Gopalji, the small tilt towards upward direction, that is
This
my
one,
reason. Yeah, a very small twist.
this part.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering because daily chart it is 38 Kamal RSI.
Okay.
So do we go into a bullish bias above 40 or above? We wait for above 60.
No,
No,
right?
this
Something like
stock may not
fallen down
come.
from us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Prabhu, sir.
No, you're right. So this stock has a very strange tendency about RSI 60 and above.
Yeah. So that was my point. So for example, let's say it gives a close above 40 in the next couple of days. Do we go for a bullish bias, making it a low risk trade, or would you still wait for 60 above close?
No, if it's a short-term trade, intraday, like 3-4 days or a week, we can wait for it to break 40, and we can see the signals how it behaves at 50. If it is breaking 50, high chances are it will go up to 60. So this 20 points in RSI, it will give some on a daily time frame. It may give like 10%, 5%, or maybe more. Depends on the momentum.
Okay.
For cross of 40, we can take a trade for like placing with minimum stop loss. Like whoever is playing with RSI for a long time, they will know this 10 points on a higher time frame is lots of points. Percentage wise, it will be 5 to 10%. So that we can trade. Yes.
Correct.
Higher you mean daily, right? Higher time frame you mean daily.
Yeah, because here it is about to break 40 on daily. So we can play with this. Like on weekly it will be around 30 somewhere. Yeah, it is close to, it is coming down actually. So whenever it comes, it takes support at 20. We can again take an like low risk entry. And at 20, if it goes in 30 in weekly, this will be 15-20%, I think. So that is good enough points.
So we have to wait for weekly confirmation first, right?
No, for short-term trades, we can enter on weekly, we can enter on daily also. Depends how we see it. There is no hard and fast rule that we have to enter it weekly or daily. Depends on what time frame we are trying. If we are able to track it daily, we can open a system and see it daily. Then we can take a lower risk entry when these are all psychological levels, 20, 30, 40, 50. That is why I have marked. So here we can see most of the times trying to cross 60. But we know it is a bearish range, so we will not take long entries. We will wait for short entries most of the times. Within the larger trend, we will try to take trades. So getting rejected at 60, we can short it here. We know it will come to 50 at least because longer period of time it is not going above 60. So like I will analyze the trade script based on the range shift. Either it is in consolidation, bearish or bullish. If it is bullish, I will try to take a long call, long trades. If it is bearish, I'll try to look for short opportunities. So there are multiple opportunities. Like actually everything has happened here, so it is very easy to show also. Like opportunity short here. So because this is a bearish trend, on every touch of 60, on a daily even or weekly, we can look for short opportunities. Break of 60 here. Because overall it is a bearish, it's in a bearish range. This it is never ever able be to cross 60 on a monthly time frame, weekly also. Very little is happening.
Kamal, one question.
Yes.
What's your experience, trading these with the index? For example, somebody wants to know how is Nifty going to behave the next week. Let's say just a bias, right? A bullish bias or a bearish bias or a consolidation. So have you ever tried doing that via RSI?
Generally, I don't even do end of the day analysis. Like morning, I'll sit. Sometimes I'll sit at 9:15. If I wake up late, I will straight away open my system. I'll put this RSI 40, 60, 20 SMA and I'll take trades. But if you are like anybody is doing, range shift is the best. Like
No. See, suppose I want to analyze. I understand you do it from an intraday perspective.
Okay.
But let's say somebody wants to analyze it from a positional perspective,
Okay.
say a swing or a short-term trade, and I want to know how the index is going to behave.
Okay.
So it will be helpful if you can probably take up Nifty chart weekly or something, and tell us what you feel looking at the RSI.
It's very risky, huh? Something happens, please don't tell me. Okay.
Just for learning sake, man.
Yeah. So like for me, it is still in a bearish range because this it is tried to cross 60 on monthly. It is already bearish. Overall view is bearish. So if taking long positions, I will wait for this 40 to break on the upside here. Well, what is the RSI now? It's 38 on monthly. So for big positions, I'll wait for it to break down, break out this 40, but that is a bigger time frame. So here also it is below 40 and it has crossed 30 also. So no point entering in this time. It is a bearish range. So for taking long positions, like for a weekly or monthly basis, positional trades, what I'll do is I'll wait for it to break 40 on the upside, or if it comes down again to 30, either it will go down, so candle price action will show, or if it goes up and a green candle is formed, I can take a long position, I can trail up to this. If it is taking support at 30, high chances it will go to 40. So this 10 points range in RSI on weekly time frame, it can give good points in Nifty, like 400, 500 points, maybe around 30 to 40 years.
Okay, and you wouldn't look at the daily range for that?
Daily will show automatically. Like here we can see, right, on weekly it is here. Weekly it is 38.
No. My question was, see, for example, what price action we had yesterday was kind of weird. We had a big up move, right?
Yes.
So naturally, daily charts, the RSI would be bullish, but the overall trend has been bearish. So when you have such kind of conflicting signals, which side do you favor, or would you rather wait?
Here, okay, I'll tell you. Here, RSI has broken 50, right? It is 50.34.
Okay.
So I will wait for one more candle to form. And if it is breaking 50, I can take a long position up to 60. Like I'll expect it to touch 60. So from there I can trail. And if it is taking resistance at 60, then we can short it from here.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. And intraday, this hourly is the best to decide. Like it is trying to be bullish because it's already in the bull range. From it was or it has taken the bull range long back. Yes. So RSI, once it crosses 60 on hourly and comes down, takes support at 40, 35 something, and again it moves up. As long as it is crossing 60 on the upside, it is bullish. So on like same on hourly time frame, it is bullish for me.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Hi,
Sir?
my name is Rajesh here.
Yes, yes.
Yes. My question is regarding that. When you do did you ever done the stock screening on the basis of RSI?
Pardon, stock screening, right?
Yeah. So for example, like I say that if on monthly basis, if Nifty goes above 60,
Okay.
and on the weekly basis it goes above 55, and on daily basis if it go to above 45, then it is bullish. Is that something can be done?
Yes, it can be done. I'll show you.
So
when on monthly it is above 60, right?
in generally, I'm asking, like,
Yes.
it's not index. It's in
okay.
terms of in terms of stock screening. When
Yes.
you put it in iCharts or stock screening app or something.
Yes.
So if we put a logic that the stocks which having a RSI more than 60,
Yes.
and in terms of monthly, and in terms of weekly 55,
Okay.
in terms of daily 45, then can we assume that it can go for bullish?
Yes, as long as the daily is above 40.
Yeah, that's the reason I said the number as 45.
Yes,
Sorry.
at least one time frame has to be above 60 for me. Out of 3, at least one. If 2 time frames are above 60, then it is super bullish. But everything should be above 40. If daily or weekly is below 40, then I will hesitate. I will wait for more confirmation. Because on daily it is at 45. Even if it retraces down, it will take support at 40 and it will move up. That is the best entry for short-term trades.
Okay.
So I have one doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have one doubt. This is our intraday is breakup for 60 or 40?
Sir, voice is not audible. Sir?
Kamal bro, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Sorry for disturbing the
Yeah.
person as right before asked me. Someone was asking about the positional view, no, bro. You can explain him about the range shift, bro. He might able to understand better, bro.
Range shift, I'll do a recording.
Okay, bro.
And within a couple of days, I'll put it on our channel.
Yeah, okay, bro. Because he was asking about the swing trades, and he was asking the view, no, bro.
Yes.
So if you can explain detail about range shift, then he might get a better view about it, bro.
Yes, we are planning for that. So I'll do it. The range shift part I'll do again and I'll put it on the channel.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, bro.
Yes,
That will help
yes.
him a lot, bro.
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
All right. So this is it for positional intraday RSI. So any questions right now for this? Or we'll wrap it up?
I'm very happy. Thank you, Kamal.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Prabhu, bro, one doubt, bro.
Yes, please. தமிழ்ல கேட்கலாம்ல?
கேக்குறேன் bro. Bro, நீங்க அப்பப்போ கமல் செட்டப் வந்துட்டு செட்டப் வந்துட்டு ஏதோ இண்டிகேஷன் சொல்றீங்களா ப்ரோ, ட்ரேட் இனிஷியேட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அது வந்து நீங்க இன்ட்ராடேக்கு சொல்லுவீங்களா இல்ல பொசிஷனுக்கு சொல்லுவீங்களா ப்ரோ?
ட்ரேடிங் ஹவர்ஸ்ல சொன்னோம்னா அது இன்ட்ராடே.
ஓ, அத நீங்க ஈவினிங் டைம்ல இல்ல சம் டைம் 2 o'clock அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றீங்களா, அதெல்லாம் இன்ட்ராடே செட்டப்ங்களா ப்ரோ?
ஆமா, 9:30 to 3:30 சொல்றதெல்லாம் வந்து இன்ட்ராடேவா இருக்கும். ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கா அந்த டைம் ஹவர்ஸ் 14:50 13:05 அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லணும்னா அது கன்ஃபார்மா இன்ட்ராடே தான்.
ஓகே 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 ப்ரோ.
பட் நான் எடுக்கிற பொசிஷன் வந்து இன்ட்ராடே எடுக்க மாட்டேன்.
நீங்க மந்த்லி தானே நீங்க இன்வெஸ்டர் அந்த அப்படி தானே ப்ரோ எடுப்பீங்க?
அது இன்னும் 1 வருஷம் ஆனாலும் பரவாயில்லன்ற ரேஞ்சில தான் ட்ரேட் எடுப்பேன் நான்.
ஓகே ஓகே ப்ரோ, கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன் ப்ரோ. தேங்க் யூ ப்ரோ.
நன்றி.
Kamalji, are we doing gamma scalping today?
No, not today. Sir, Pratish.
Okay.
Sir?
No, this is Gopal.
Yes.
Yes, Gopal. What do you want?
I just want to know whether we are doing gamma scalping today.
Today we don't do gamma scalping.
Okay, because it's Saturday. Okay, no problem.
We'll do it maybe tomorrow or somewhere around we'll do it. If possible.
Whenever you're free.
Yeah, tomorrow I think that we can do it. Maybe evening around 7 or something like that. We can do it.
Kamalji.
Yes, sir.
This stock say CYINT. Can we see its view?
வாங்க சார் அந்த ஸ்டாக்கை வாங்கி போட்டு வைங்க சார்.
Thank you.
Yes.
இவங்க சொல்றதெல்லாம் நம்பாதீங்க சார். இவங்க எல்லாம் டெக்னிக்கல் பார்த்துட்டு ஸ்டாக் மேல போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் மேல வாங்கலாம்னு வாங்க.
நீங்க எதை வச்சு சார் சொல்றீங்க? அது
நம்பிக்கை தான் சார்.
ஓகே சார்.
என் நம்பிக்கை யார் கேட்டான்?
இல்ல சார், அதான் டெக்னிக்கல்ல பாத்துட்டே இருந்தோமா, அதனால அது எப்படி பையில போட்டுருந்தீங்க அப்படின்னு தெரியல அப்படின்னு பாத்துட்டு இருந்தேன்.
இல்ல I mean recently I saw this stock coming in multiple scanners. So இந்த ஸ்டாக்கோட ஃபண்டமெண்டல்ஸ் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் தெரியும். இந்த ஸ்டாக்கோட ஆனுவல் ரிப்போர்ட்ஸ் நான் 2-3 தடவை படிச்சிருக்கேன். ஸோ அதனால அது இல்லாம இந்த ஸ்டாக் நான் ஒரு 3-4 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி என் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோல வச்சிருக்கேன்.
ஸ்டாக் பேர் என்ன சார் இது? சிஎன்டா?
சிஎன்ட்.
ஓகே.
ஒரு ஐடி கம்பெனி.
ஓகே.
ஹைதராபாத் ஐடி கம்பெனி. It may be possible that it might turn out like a Satyam, but it's okay.
Satyam scam மாதிரியா?
அதான் ஸ்கேம் மாதிரி தான்.
ஓகே.
So that's okay, but Satyam is still an asset.
சார் the ஸ்டாக்ல வால்யூம் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு. எதனால?
அதான் நம்ம இவரு தீபக் போட்டிருந்தாரு பாத்தீங்களா, 4-5 நாளா வந்து இந்த ஸ்டாக்ல அக்குமுலேஷன் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. டெலிவரி எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க.
ஓகே.
இந்த ஸ்டாக் வந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட 600+ அந்த ரேஞ்சில இருந்து ஃபால் ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சது. ஸோ ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 70% டிஸ்கவுண்ட்ல இருக்கு. கோபால்ஜி, அதான் நம்மளோட விருப்பம்.
Okay sir. Kamal, do we have time for just one more stock?
Yes.
Can you please check Motherson Sumi? I think it's above 60 on daily. And there were big volumes yesterday too. I mean, which was not there for the last 1 year, I guess.
On daily, yes, it is very close to, it's crossed 60. So one more candle like confirmation on hourly time frame also. Hourly it must be above 70 something. Yes. Yeah, hourly like we can wait for it to come down or it will move in this range. It is covered lot like.
So Motherson Sumi is a portfolio stock.
Yes. It is already bullish. On weekly it has crossed 40 and daily it must have crossed 50 hourly it is. Yeah.
So no point chasing the up move now.
No, we can enter here and like we can wait for it to go 60 on weekly. So good points. Prabhu sir, we can do this, no? Like 40 from 40.
Sir, my opinion on this stock will be biased. So I like this stock. I will buy it.
So this stock is a long build-up.
Yeah, it is on buy side for the last 3 days. So maybe the buy is almost drained out. It can come down. So those possibilities are still there. But it's at a good price to buy. it will definitely do 120 in a short term. Giridhar, is it for Dr. Reddy or for Motherson?
Sir, this chart?
Giridhar, okay. Giridhar wants to see monthly for Motherson.
Yes. So it is just below 40 on monthly. So if it goes up, like 40 is a big resistance. If it breaks this, then it will start moving up. Right below 40, like it is a resistance for me.
I think Zubair wants to see Dr. Reddy's.
இது டெய்லி வீக்லி மந்த்லி மூணுத்துலயும் 70க்கு மேல இருக்குது RSI.
Any time to fall.
கமல் வந்து ஆனா 60க்கு மேல இருந்தா சூப்பர் புல்லிஷ்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தார்ல, அதனால தான் இது பண்ணேன்.
Actually, it's because the pharma industry or the pharma index might see a small dip before it gets up again. It ran about some 30% in the last 2-3 weeks. So I'm expecting that they will either correct or fall and then move again. But in a long term, yes, it's good bullish, but not immediately. I'll leave it to Kamal.
Okay.
Like daily also it is above 70, it is touching 80. So it will be buy only your dips. Like on monthly it is already across 70. So this, while it crossed 60, this was the time to buy. Here we enter, we can like trail it with a very tight stop loss. Or if you want to enter, we have to wait for a pullback. Because sooner than later, like it will come back to this 60. And it starts going up, we can take an entry. Because everything is above 70, 75.
Right. Thank you, Kamalji.
Yes, sir. So we'll wrap it up, right, sir?
Yeah,
Thank you, Jay.
I hope everyone liked it.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll share the recording within a couple of hours in the group.
Yeah, thank you, Kamalji.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.